I did see it as a Nordic Western, but I also was very aware that, of course, it's also a historical drama. I did look at films like, The Searchers and the John Ford and the big Westerns, but I also was looking at David Lean, the big epic films of David Lean, which I love, Lawrence of Arabia and Dr. Zhivago and Bridge on the River Kwai. I was trying to find a way to tell an epic, sweeping film in a Danish context.
Det er min jord.
Det er kongens jord. Jeg arbejder for kongen.
Hold op med at tale om kongen, som om du kender ham. Han ved ikke engang, du findes.
I think for me the most important theme of the film is within the characters. It's about whether you're open to change in your life, whether you have your eyes open or closed. If you are trying to attain an ambition or a goal, like Mads' character is, he maybe doesn't see the beauty around him. And I think that's a very timeless thing. I think most people recognize it at part of their lives, maybe when they were working a lot or being very ambitious, they didn't necessarily, take the time to enjoy life. And I think Ludwig is very much that, and that is very timeless. And there's also the socio-political aspect of it, which is, how the people who don't have any power can be abused by the people who have power. There's the story of women's place in society at the time and how they take charge of their own fate. So there's a lot of themes, but to me it always begins with the characters. In the beginning, when we were writing the script, we thought a lot about this is man against God, if you will, or man against nature. And I think the way that we were so fortunate because we were able to shoot it at the real place where the real Ludwig actually built his house hundreds of years ago. So we were in the real nature, and we experienced some of that, wildness of that nature. So it came very natural to us. Of course, in this film, nature is very much a metaphor, for whether you can control or not control your life. And I think that was important. Can he, at the same time where he's trying to grow the land and cultivate the land and control the land and the nature, he's also learning that some things are uncontrollable. I think that's the way we tried to put it visually also in the movie. We did cultivate the land, yeah, we did. We did change some of the land in order to grow, some stuff, and but not a lot, because a lot of these places are protected. The heath is protected, and you have to be very careful. So we had to put everything back like it was. I have done one film before, Royal Affair, which is set in the same period. So, and when I did that film, I worked hard on researching, what's the real way of how would they act and talk, and I also found out that you can be a little relaxed. You can research and do your homework, but you can also let the actors be in the moment. And so on this film, I had more freedom in a way to say, okay, I think we would not do this because this is 17, but other than that, you are free to go. You're free to do as you want. Of course, the language has to be right, but I was kind of really wanting to make it as modern as possible and does not feel like a, dusty historical piece. And I think that it also helps that if you're in the castle, for instance, with the king, it's very different because there's so many rules. But out in the country and the field, and it's not the same kind of rigid rules they had. You have more control. When you're in Europe and you do Danish films, it's my own film. It's not a studio's film, so it's a very big difference for me, having made one film in Hollywood and Danish films. The Danish films are mine, and the Hollywood film was theirs. So that's a big difference. I think for Mads, even in a big Hollywood film, he will probably find, the focus that is about his character and the scenes that they're doing. He's a very special person. He's very passionate about the story and the characters, not just his character, every aspect of the story. So that's why I'm saying he's like a partner, he's almost like he's standing next to me, helping in every step of the way. But also as a person, how is he on the set? He's a very down-to-earth guy. So he will not differentiate between any person in the crew. He will always hang out with, electricians and people who work the craftsmen and the stunt people. He doesn't see, hierarchy. He just sees people that he likes to be with, and that's a very nice thing to have in your main star. I would work with Mads on every film if I could. The role has to be right, and he has to want to make it, because he gets a lot of opportunities. I just had so much fun working with him on A Royal Affair, and I couldn't wait to do that again. And it was exactly the same. It was like the friendship had we just continued from where we left it. And it's just such a pleasure. I would do it again 100 times.
We're all very delighted that you invited us this time. It's the most beautiful festival, so we're so proud of being here. Enjoy it. Thank you.